It looks very bad. I see you. And take the wow, I really can't speak today. You know, you do one thing and it goes too far. It's okay. It'll come together. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, we're going to be doing kind of a date night slash anniversary slash date night. It's the only other thing I can think of and I just said it. So my anniversary is coming up, which is what inspired me to do this, because this is the look that I will most likely be wearing on my anniversary. Maybe with this shirt, to be determined. So yeah, I'm basically just gonna throw a bunch of stuff on my face and hope that it looks pretty. Let's zoom you in so that we can see everything being applied. Starting off with the eyes today, just in case we get any sparkles on the face. So I'm going to prime using the Milani eyeshadow primer and just whack it all over the lids. Just a little dab will do ya. Surprisingly, one of my makeup products today has a mirror in it. They don't usually. Do I look dead on this? Just had to fix the lighting a little bit. So for the eyes, I kind of just wanted to do something like smoky and romantic, whatever that means. So I'm going to be using my Beauty Bay Evolve palette here, and going in with this second row, I want to use these top 4 colors, and then I have something else I want to put on the lid. So I'm just going to do, like, you know, transition, transition, crease, and we'll see where it goes from there. I just don't want to have to hold this big boy up every time I want to use it. Just taking that first shade on the JH30 brush and kind of just putting it all over just to set the primer. I don't know why I'm building this color up. There's hardly any color. I'm just going to go back in with the same brush with that second shade and just deepen out the crease a little bit more. I'm just going to place it with a little bit more precision. Not much though. Because like I said, I kind of want it to be smoky-ish. I don't know. I wish I could figure out how to do that foxy eye trend. That would have been good. Doesn't help. My eyebrows are like pretty arched, and those always look better with like straighter brows. And I'm just going to be messy on the outside here because we can always clean it up later. Remember when a few seconds ago I said I was going to be more precise with this color? Apparently not. I think I'm gonna lay my lid shade down first, because then I can really build around it with the brown instead of like adding the brown after and covering up the shape I want. So I'm gonna go in for the lid color with this Smashbox Cover Shop Prism Eye Palette and take the wow, I really can't speak today. And take the shot, I think it's Rising Sun. I can never figure out like on the back which colors correspond with which, I don't know. Anyways, this color right here, it's kind of like a champagne-y gold, and I'm just gonna press that all over the lid. Ooh. It's like a fun mirror. It's kind of wonky. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. I'm just gonna apply it all over my lid and then just go over it with the brown if I want to. So I'm just going to use my small eyeshadow brush from Sonia Kashuk and just dip into it more so that I can kind of define the edges a little better and blend it out, because I can't really do that with my finger very well. So next I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Professional Defining Brush, and it's kind of just angular, and go back in with that medium brown shade and try and build around this color. Kind of want to... I don't think that's what I wanted. You know, you do one thing and it goes too far. That's what that was. I'm going to switch it up and go with the JH40 brush. It's kind of like a fluffy tapered pencil brush. Still with that same shade, just to try and I guess roll with whatever the shape is. And I'm just blending over those edges with this fluffy JH30 brush. So the camera shut off, whoops. I just took the same pencil brush and that darkest brown shade and just kind of laid it out on the outer corner, sort of, just to deepen it up a little bit more and add some more dimension. And I'm just kind of going on an angle. I just dipped between the two darker shades and I'm dragging it on the lower lash line. I'm just gonna go back in with that same shade here and just brighten everything up a little more now. Cool. That's pretty much where I'm gonna leave the eyes. So I'm gonna move into the face now and then we'll kind of finish up the eyes at the very end. So I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, just right in my T-zone area because that's where I have the most pores. Stupid pores. And just really push it in. I'm gonna use the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. And that stuff works best when you use a pore filling primer because it shows all your pores. If you do not. I also have a brand new sponge today. It's a Joe Fresh sponge. It's got very large. Squishy. So like I said, I've got the ColourPop No Filter Foundation in the shade 35 Fair. And I'm just going to take a couple pumps of that on this it's got a lock. On this Real Techniques brush. And just blend it out with the brush first and then move in with the sponge. I'm still trying to figure out if I love this foundation. I don't think love is the word I'd use. It doesn't help also that it's too light for me. But it was gifted to me from a friend, so that's why it's too light. It looks very bad with the brush, so I'm gonna tap over it with the sponge and maybe that'll help. It's very streaky. So taking my Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer here, I'm just going to add a couple dots. I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier concealer brush. This is something I've been liking doing when doing my eyeshadow first because it gives me a bit more precision than just straight up the sponge. The sponge is kind of hard to navigate. And then once I have the majority of it blended out, I just go in with the tip of the sponge and pounce the rest out. And then for the inner corners, I just use my finger. I'm just gonna go back in with that big fluffy brush and kind of run it over the edge because, like I said, I don't want it to be like a crisp line. I want it to be more of soft blown. So using my mirror for the day, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Mini Sculpt Palette, I'm just gonna go in with this setting shade here and just set right under my eyes. And I'm doing that using my Mud 620 brush. And since this foundation can kind of use some help, I'm going to use the Covergirl Clean Fresh powder and just put a light layer on. Focusing mainly around like the center of my face and my pore areas. So to finish up the eyes, I'm just going to go back in with that top shade and kind of smoke it along the edge here and then go back in with the pencil shade and this shade and just kind of bring it back down to the bottom. So I'm just going to use the rest of these shades here to do the rest of my makeup. So bronzer, blush, highlight, obviously. For mascara, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. This is one of my all-time favorites and I'm very, very sad to see go because, as I mentioned, if you saw a couple weeks ago's video, I am going cruelty-free with my makeup to start out at least, and L'Oreal is not cruelty-free. So I'm using up my last bottle and then we'll be moving on to better, more ethical things. So if you have any good mascara recommendations, because I've used this one basically my entire life and have yet to find one that I like as much, let me know down below. Little tip, if you're putting mascara on, you want kind of a lifted, flirty, foxy look, just pull your mascara wand out. So for lipstick, I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown lip color in the shade 09 Burnt Red. A favorite. I should wipe all this stuff off my lips first. So that is everything all done now. Let's zoom out so we can talk about everything. So I love it. This is exactly the look I was going for when I had envisioned it in my mind. I just wanted something kind of like warm, cute for an anniversary. I'm just sitting here playing. You know, I thought this packaging would feel more expensive. It's just plastic. I thought it was tin. With everything on, the foundation doesn't look as bad as I had like originally mentioned. The pore filling primer is an absolute must. So like as much as I ragged on it, I think it's quite pretty. Anyway, I just thought I'd give it a shout out. This lipstick will always be a favorite of mine, especially with the gold. I feel like a queen's dream in it. Anyway, I guess not much of an outro is needed. It was mostly just a tutorial. I don't know if people even like tutorials, but they're like my favorite things to do because I just like putting makeup on, and that's that, I guess. So sorry if you're sick of seeing them. I'm not really sick of making them, but if you have better ideas, let me know what they are. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up down below, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to see a new video here every Sunday. And I hope you're all having a really wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!